I would say that without the UDAT, San Angelo's downtown would be dead today. Well, our UDAT was in 1992, and at that time, the core of the city was absolutely in shambles. 50% of the buildings downtown were vacant.
So when the UDAT actually happened, we set up headquarters in an abandoned building downtown. The newspaper literally tracked this thing for 72 hours and published almost within days the report as a supplement to the newspaper. Our UDAT reached 35,000 people overnight. It really stimulated dialogue.
The first project in order to kick this plan off was building the Celebration Bridge.
Within a month, we were starting the planning and developing of that. The Cactus Hotel, the same year, 92, was purchased by Lee Fugger, and development started happening on that.
And that's why I got involved, was to use the revitalization of the Cactus along with Celebration Bridge, which was a public-private partnership, to kickstart the UDAT and bring in the private investment money as well as public money.
One of the critical things that occurred in this process was getting the political leaders on board.
Talk is cheap, money buys whiskey.
The amazing thing is the city did come out and initiate a bond issue and develop a master plan for a significant portion of the initial stages of UDAT, which was predominantly city-owned property.
The UDAT identified iconic buildings that needed to be saved within the community. Prior to the UDAT, several of the iconic buildings had been destroyed.
It had a lot of impact, not just a plan for planning, but it became a vivid reality in a very short period of time.
The city manager traded the land that the railroad owned in the center and tore down all the old buildings and made a beautiful public space. The Paseo de San Angelo, the epicenter.
We're standing at the edge of the Paseo, looking north. You head to the Celebration Bridge that leads to downtown. Just to the east of the walkway is the Museum, Fine Arts, the Old Town development. To the east of us is Fort Concho, Passenger Depot, and the Freight Depot Senior Center.
And once that link of Celebration Bridge happened, then it began to trickle towards the north side of the city as well. And that trickle has carried on to today. Along Chadbourne Street, a lot of these shops are being renovated right now. So it makes some sense to renovate this old Coke warehouse. It's got lots of great empty space, and so the hope is to put the Performing Arts Center there. This was an old tilt-up concrete building, and so we're trying to animate it with lighting and doing a scrim of sorts that covers the whole building, pop up at the entrance, and as you walk in that new entrance, here's your lobby. That lobby becomes an animating space, we hope, where even theater or events could happen in the lobby itself.
They've been working on developing along the river, stabilizing the banks, doing walkways, and all of development, I think, came off of UDAT.
In present day 2012 San Angelo, there's momentum like it's hard to even imagine.
And the life of the community has moved from the suburbs into the heart of the city.
There's more happening all the time, and it's hard to keep up with.
Looking back, I look at this list we have of things that have been accomplished. That's fairly astonishing, but actually I see more momentum now than there was then. It's accelerating, and now you're seeing the private sector really come into full force. I mean, there's hardly a property downtown that isn't under contract or already being redeveloped, so the dynamic is really remarkable. Yeah, so I'm thinking we're looking at a very exciting future for this community.